Cayetano, but you've always been very supportive regardless of what side of the political fence. So you're an asset to any administration. Para sa'yo, hindi politika, trabaho lang. So with that, you're exactly the person that we need in this position. And I would like to congratulate you in advance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank you
Madam
very
Chair?
much for.
Can I just add, because they were talking about the rates that's being investigated in your filing cases, I think it's incumbent also sa CAB and DOTR to investigate and file cases against airlines canceling flights with no reason. Last May 22, the festival, our festival in Camarines Sur was gonna open on May 23. My son and the whole crew artists we invited were on the flight of May 22, Cebu Pacific, Manila to Naga. They canceled the flight with no reason. And when we asked them, why are you canceling the flight? They could not give a reason. Weather was good, the airplane was functional. They canceled the flight and diverted the passengers to Legazpi. So please, under your leadership and the CAB, can you investigate this, please?
We will do that.
Maraming salamat. Thank
Madam
you,
Chair,
Mr. Chair.
Majority Leader. We will do that definitely.
Thank you very much. We now move on to the next questionnaire, Representative Roy Loyola.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is almost 12:30. I will not ask question anymore. I will just make an appeal to our good secretary, most especially our concerning Cavite. Cavite is the home of more than 5 million people at more than 30% of our constituent work in Metro Manila. Every day nagko-commute sila, sinasagupan nila yung traffic, papunta, pauwi. At natutuwa po naman kami after more than 25 years na conceptualize yung LRT ay ginagawa na po. Pero hanggang sa ngayon po ay hindi pa po natatapos. Ang aking pakiusap lang po sana ito ay mapabilis ang pagtatapos ng ating LRT1 extension at sana po ay ito ay may taguyod hanggang Dasmariñas City. Pag ito pong LRT1 extension sa Cavite ay nakarating ng Dasma, almost 50% of our population ng Cavite ang makikinabang po dito. Our good secretary.
Madam Chair, if I may just, because our honorable chair is also from Cavite, and former mayor of Bacoor. Update lang po on LRT1. Unang-una po, nandito na po tayo ngayon sa Dr. Santos, sa Sukat, susunod na po ang Las Piñas, susunod na po ang Zapote, and then meron tayong idadagdag pong stasyon sa Tagaba, sa Bacoor, at susunod na po ang Nyog. So may 4 pong padating na stasyon. Pero meron pong extension pa po yan, no? Ang LRT1 hanggang Nyog lang po talaga. Pero yung pong LRT6 na proposal po ng Villar Group, yan po ay magdudugtong mula Nyog, tuloy-tuloy na po hanggang Dasmariñas. So yan po ay pipilitin natin. Hindi ko po masasabi na matatapos po tayo hanggang Dasmariñas bago matapos ang termino ng ating mahal na Pangulo. Pero pipilitin po natin talaga na hanggang Tagaba man lang matapos po natin by 2028.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Salamat po.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Secretary.
much po, Madam Chair.
I also appeal to the good secretary to support the ongoing plan of the City of Carmona to build a South Luzon integrated terminal located on a 4 hectares of land contiguous to the South Luzon Expressway that would serve all the transport coming from, even from Bicol, from Quezon, Batangas, Laguna.
We will support that. Actually, nakita po natin, Madam Chair, kung na very, very effective po ang mga integrated terminals. Nakita po natin sa PITX, gagawin na po natin yung Taguig Terminal Interchange sa ARCA. Meron din po pinopropose sa North. At tingin ko po, given the volume sa Cavite, kailangan po talaga yan. No? Kasi kailangan po natin mag-integrate nitong mga terminal, and it's proven to be a very, very effective way of decongesting and also helping our passengers. Kaya you will count on our support po, Congressman. Thank you very much.
Good good secretary. Madam Chair, I would like to manifest my support to the inter-appointment of Secretary Vince Dizon as Secretary of the Department of Transportation. Secretary Dizon brings with him a wealth of knowledge, passion, dedication, and experience that will enable him and the OTR to effectively carry out their mandate. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Kong Roy. Konti na lang to, Secretary.
It's okay po.
Senator,
Madam Chair, parliamentary inquiry. May I know the policy of this committee as to who comes first to ask questions? But I'm not.
Duty first
debating,
before
Madam Chair,
age,
because,
Madam Chair, di ba?
yung
Yung mas magandang lalaki muna bago dun sa mas bata.
Is that the policy?
Ano,
ma'am?
I'm trying to alternate Congress and the Senate.
But for the love of the secretary who is on deck right now, I will yield to anybody who wanted to ask questions, Madam Chair. I would yield.
Would you like to yield Senator Alan Peter?
Thank you. I will accept him yielding, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, Senator Alan Peter is
Thank you very much,
recognized.
Madam
Thank you.
Chair. Thank you for your patience. First and foremost, I'd like to praise God and thank God for the opportunity for you, Secretary Dizon. I'm sure your dad is very proud. I'm 100% your mother is very proud. And for the record, ang kilala ko lang na mas efficient kay Vince, yung kapatid niya na si Ambassador Tess. Kung believe kayo kay Vince, dapat makilala niyo si Ambassador Tess. Just a quick, I'll try to make this very fast manifestation. Sec Vince, I hope you don't mind. I'll use this opportunity to remind you of a vision we once shared. I think we continue to share with many, many people, which is not only na pagandahin ang transportation, pero ma-decentralize ang yung Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao ay magkaroon ng opportunity para nga yung mga OFWs hindi na kailangan pumaibang bansa pa. So once upon a time, we shared that vision with our people na may vicious cycle kasi, di ba, na we keep building in Metro Manila. Ngayon, meron pang reclamation. So when you build more, you have to have more transpo, more traffic. Then galing sa Bicol, Quezon, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, yung mga workers. Pagdating dito, mga LGU dito ang may pera, free education, meron mga magagandang programa ang mga LGU sa Metro Manila. So they ask their family to move here. So gumaganda yung transportation pero yung density o yung sobrang dami ng tao. So if I'm not mistaken, si Secretary Vince moved to Clark as a symbolic during that time ni Secretary Art Tugade na he believed in that vision, di ba, na dapat ilabas na sa Metro Manila yung development. Of course, now we have the Bulacan Airport. But may I go to the second point, Sec Vince? Pakitignan ng mabuti yung Laguna Lake. Ever since Architect Palafox told me na, Alan, alam mo ba yung buong Singapore ay kasya sa Laguna Lake? At kung maayos lang yon, of course, it'll probably take, Sec Vince, it'll take maybe what, 10, 15 years? But my first privilege speech in Congress, 1998, as the youngest member of the 11th Congress is, I see the Laguna Lake, I see the authority, but where's the development? Kasi LLDA yun Laguna Lake Development Authority. And that was 1998. I can give the same speech today. And today, ang major project pa rin lang ay yung fish ponds pa rin, di ba? But can you imagine if mabuhay yung ma-interconnect mo ang buong Rizal at buong Laguna? No, of course, kasama na yung parts ng Metro Manila. Which goes to my fourth point. Third term na ang chairperson ng appropriation sa House of Representatives and second term na rin ang ating mahal na Senator Grace po na chairperson ng Finance. So in the next chairperson ng Finance who's going to be working with you and Sec Mina, I hope mapaganda nyo lalo yung convergence. Sana, I don't mean to ask you to overstep and to move into DPWH, pero sana yung mga projects leading to lahat ng port, seaport, airport, di ba, sa mga bus terminal. Sama mo na yung the port